Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The past few days have been very busy when it comes to Modern Warfare 2 DMZ and Warzone 2 news. Basically every single day, Infinity Ward and Raven are revealing new gameplay updates and major changes that we can expect in Season 2 for all three modes, basically in all three games. And today is no different. We got another new reveal for a pretty major gameplay change happening. I also wanted to talk a bit more on some other changes to expect here based off some information on our conversation with the devs last time we had the chance to talk to them. So this is our brand new tweet from today from Infinity Ward. They say cash is up, prices are down. There is now more lootable cash available in Battle Royale, and prices are getting balanced to give you more bang for your buck. We'll be sharing more details about Warzone 2 changes in this week's studio blog. So I do want to point out real quickly, they say there's now more lootable cash. This is not an update that is live in game. They phrase it a bit weird, but this is a change that's going to be coming here with Season 2, of course, because that's what they're previewing here. But this is going to have a very serious overall impact on Warzone 2 gameplay. From day one, it's been a pretty large complaint from the community that the cache layout across the map is very strange, especially when you consider what it takes to get some things out of the buy station. Now, for the most part, things are relatively reasonably priced. I mean, UAVs, $4,000, pretty basic. Buybacks for your teammates are $4,000. What, back at the end of Warzone 1, I think they were $3,000. So I'm curious to see if that's getting adjusted here with the price reductions that we're going to see. But really the main things here, obviously a core component of Warzone is the loadouts, and those prices, depending on what mode you're playing, can be pretty extreme. 8,000 for solos, 16k for duos, 24k for trios, 32k for quads. It can be sometimes pretty rough to find that 32k, especially mid to late game if you're trying to regain, making it almost impossible to essentially buy your own loadout drop marker at that point if you're someone looking to, you know, get your perks and equipment out of your loadout on top of your custom guns as well, right? So the cash distribution across the map has been brutal for trying to save up for that. Say your teammate lost a gulag and you're still up and you got to try and revive them now, but you're coming in fresh off a gulag W. You could open 10 crates and get 25 bucks or 20 or $30 because it's $10 increments for whatever reason, right? So like we've had super minimal cash increments, making saving up for certain buy station purchases really tough up until this point. So there's now going to be more cash in general. Now they say more lootable cash available. I'm not sure if that means all the chests are going to drop cash, or, you know, there's always going to be this much cash in a certain area or whatever the case may be, or if they're just going to increase the cash increments. So instead of finding $10 drops or $100 drops, you're going to be able to find $500 drops, $800 drops, you know, $1,500, $2,000, so on and so forth, depending on if you're looting a chest, a cash register, you know, a gold chest, a silver chest, whatever the case may be, right? So that's really interesting. Also, the price reductions here. Like I said, it's very possible we see that buyback for teammates reduced, since that was something we did see back in Warzone 1 that seemed to go over very well with the community. We could also be seeing some changes, though, to just the regular stuff in the buy station. I'm also curious to see if they adjust the availability of stuff. Obviously, right now, it's one loadout drop marker, one UAV in a buy station, and then if that's bought from another team, you can't access that with which personally I'm not really a huge fan of. It kind of makes it awkward and not so dependable, which, I mean, some players are gonna like that, some players are gonna hate it. It is what it is, but this is a pretty important change coming to Battle Royale gameplay. Also, while we are on the topic of buy stations, by the way, post edit Zach here, hey, hi, how you doing? Yet again, I am really hoping that we see some change in the way that buy stations are laid out every single game. They seem very inconsistent. Sometimes you'll have 3 or 4 buy stations in one smaller point of interest, and then 0 buy stations in a major point of interest like Observatory or Al Mazrah City. So the distribution of the buy station locations themselves, I'm hoping to see some changes as well, in addition to obviously all the price changes happening, officially confirmed now. And curiously enough, the cash flow and the cash increments was something that we talked to the devs about back prior to the Season 1 Reloaded update, actually, in which they said they were interested in increasing the cash. So that's actually a change that seems to have stemmed from that. There's also another pretty important gameplay change as well that the devs expressed interest in that I'm really curious to see if it happens here in Season 2. And as we get into this conversation, just a reminder, if you guys are new to the channel, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD, news, updates, class setups, tips, you name it, it is all right here. So feel free to hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date. And if you guys enjoy this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes on this one. But back when we talked to the devs initially, we also brought up the fact that, you know, in DMZ and in Warzone 2, the body bag loot system here is kind of strange with the way that backpacks work, because if you take out out somebody who has a medium backpack, you can't pick up their medium backpack if you just have a standard one, right? If you take out somebody who has a large backpack and you only have a medium, you can't upgrade to their large backpack despite being able to take all their loot out of said backpack. So this was actually something that the devs said, hey, yeah, we want to be able to give players the opportunity to take a medium backpack off of a player they take out, or take a large backpack out of a body bag once you stumble across that, right? So that's been a pretty large complaint so far from DMZ players and from Warzone players as well. It's incredibly important in both of those modes. If you can actually upgrade to that in a gunfight that you win, obviously you should be able to take all the loot from an opposing player, right? So that is something that they've expressed interest in. Obviously we haven't heard anything on that up until this point, but that's something that very well could be expressed in this blog details that are going to be coming out later on this week. Again, we're not sure what day that's going to be happening as of right now. Could be tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, whenever it does happen. I'm gonna have you guys covered, so of course stick it here for that. But that's another change that we could expect here with season 2. Also, as we are approaching the end of season 1 here now, officially these final couple of weeks, we should start to see some other end of season routine stuff go down. We talked about this a couple of weeks back, initially expecting the season to end on February 1st, of course, but now with it being February 15th, we got a little bit longer to go. But you know, things like some end of the season double XP, double battle pass XP, that's pretty standard stuff for XP events that we usually see in about the final week or week and a half of any given season. So in the coming days, if you haven't reached the level cap of 250 yet, if you have not completed your full-on battle pass for season 1, we could potentially be seeing some new little XP bonus events go live for that, to give players a chance to finish things up before, of course, we jump into season 2, where obviously we are going to have a brand new battle pass. We are going to see a new level cap increase, probably to about 500. I imagine it's 250 levels every single season, right? So a couple of routine things happening there at the end of season 1 that we should expect here now in the coming weeks. Again, we could very well get details on that stuff with the new blog coming out here soon. Also, they still have yet to detail any of the loadout changes in specific that they announced with the initial delays, so we could be seeing some new tweets go out tomorrow from Raven and Infinity Ward, potentially detailing that. Again, I'll keep my eyes out for you guys so we can stay up to date with the latest going on in COD, but that's gonna wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you are new to the channel, every single day this is your one-stop shop for all things going on in the world of Call of Duty. So feel free to hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications, and join us ultimately on the road to 1 million subscribers. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.